Welcome to my channel Starwire Daily. Please share and subscribe and press the bell icon for new updates. Picture this. You're walking the red carpet, cameras flashing, the world watching your every move. But in the back of your mind, you can't shake the feeling that you're living in someone else's shadow. Not just anyone's shadow, the shadows of two of Hollywood's most beloved and iconic women. This is the reality that Ana de Armas might be facing right now. And trust me, the story we're about to unfold will leave you absolutely speechless. Welcome back to Starwire Daily, where we dive deep into the glittering, sometimes treacherous waters of Hollywood romance. I'm your host, and today we're pulling back the velvet curtain on what might be one of the most psychologically complex love triangles, or should I say, love pentagon, in Tinseltown history. Now, before we go any further, let me set the scene for you. Tom Cruise, the man, the myth, the legend, has been Hollywood royalty for over 4 decades. We're talking about someone who's not just an actor, but a cultural phenomenon. Mission Impossible, Top Gun, Jerry Maguire. This man has given us some of the most iconic moments in cinema history. But here's the thing about Tom that most people don't realize. His romantic life has been just as meticulously crafted and intensely scrutinized as any of his blockbuster films. And then there's Ana de Armas. Cuban-born, devastatingly talented, and absolutely stunning. She's the kind of actress who commands attention the moment she steps into a room. From her breakout role in Knives Out to her Oscar-nominated performance as Marilyn Monroe in Blonde, Ana has proven time and time again that she's not just another pretty face in Hollywood. She's a force to be reckoned with. But here's where our story takes a fascinating turn. Sources close to the couple. And yes, we're talking about multiple insiders who've witnessed their interactions firsthand, are whispering about something that's been eating away at Ana behind closed doors. Something that goes beyond the typical pressures of dating one of the world's most famous men. We're talking about a deep, almost consuming awareness of the women who came before her. Nicole Kidman. Katie Holmes. These aren't just names in Tom's romantic history. They're legends in their own right. And according to our sources, Ana is acutely aware of the impossibly high bar that's been set. Let me paint you a picture of what Ana might be experiencing every single day. Imagine waking up next to someone whose previous relationships have been dissected, analyzed, and romanticized by the entire world for decades. Every restaurant they visit together, every red carpet they walk, every quiet moment they share. It all comes with the weight of comparison. Nicole Kidman, with her ethereal beauty and Oscar-winning talent, was married to Tom for 11 years. 11 years. That's longer than most Hollywood marriages last. And their relationship was the stuff of fairy tales. They adopted 2 children together. They were young and madly in love, and their chemistry was so palpable that it practically jumped off movie screens when they starred together in Eyes Wide Shut. But here's what's really fascinating about the Nicole situation, and this is something that our sources have confirmed. Ana apparently can't stop reading old interviews where Nicole talks about her marriage to Tom. There's one interview in particular from 2001, where Nicole described their relationship as passionate and all-consuming. Those words, according to someone very close to Ana, have been haunting her. Think about it from Ana's perspective. How do you compete with that kind of legendary romance? How do you carve out your own space in someone's heart when that heart once belonged to a woman who's still, to this day, considered one of the most elegant and sophisticated actresses of her generation? And then there's Katie Holmes. Oh, Katie Holmes. The woman who gave Tom Cruise one of the most talked about relationships in modern celebrity history. Remember the couch-jumping incident on Oprah? The way Tom's eyes lit up when he talked about Katie? The fairy tale romance that captured the world's attention? Katie was young, she was fresh-faced, and she brought out a side of Tom that we'd never seen before. Their relationship was like watching a real-life romantic comedy unfold in the tabloids. The whirlwind romance, the surprise engagement, the birth of Suri, their dreamy Italian wedding. It was the kind of love story that people write novels about. But here's the kicker, and this is where things get really interesting for Ana. According to our sources, Ana recently discovered some old home videos that Tom still has, videos of family moments with Katie and Suri. Now, before you jump to conclusions, these aren't romantic videos. We're talking about innocent family moments, birthday parties, Christmas mornings, the kind of memories any father would want to preserve. But for Anna, seeing Tom in that role, seeing him as this devoted family man with another woman, has apparently been incredibly difficult to process. One source, who's been close to both Tom and Anna throughout their relationship, told us something that absolutely broke our hearts. Apparently, Anna was looking for something in Tom's home office, something completely innocent, maybe a phone charger or some papers, when she stumbled across a photo album. Not a hidden photo album. Not something Tom was trying to keep secret, but just a family album that any normal person might have. The album was filled with pictures from Tom's life with Katie and Suri. Pictures of them at Disneyland, pictures from Suri's first steps, pictures from quiet family dinners. And Anna, according to our source, spent hours looking through that album, not out of jealousy, but out of kind of melancholy curiosity about this part of Tom's life that she'll never be able to fully understand or be part of. Now, let's talk about something that most people don't realize about Ana de Armas. Despite her incredible success and undeniable talent, she's actually quite insecure about her place in Hollywood. This isn't unusual. Most actors struggle with imposter syndrome. But for Anna, dating Tom has amplified these feelings in ways that are both surprising and heartbreaking. Friends of Anna have told us that she sometimes feels like she's constantly being measured against not just Nicole and Katie, but against this idealized version of what Tom Cruise's girlfriend should be. She's incredibly accomplished in her own right, but there's something about being with someone whose romantic history is so public, so scrutinized, and so romanticized that makes it impossible to just be yourself. Think about it. When Anna and Tom go to dinner, she's not just Ana de Armas, the incredibly talented actress. She's Tom Cruise's new girlfriend, and everyone in that restaurant is probably wondering how she compares to the women who came before her. When they walk red carpets together, the cameras aren't just capturing their relationship. They're documenting the latest chapter in Tom Cruise's legendary love life. But here's what's really beautiful about Anna, and this is something that people who know her personally have emphasized to us. She's not letting these feelings consume her. Instead, she's trying to use them as motivation to carve out her own unique space in Tom's life and in Hollywood history. There's a story that one of Anna's close friends shared with us that perfectly illustrates this. Apparently, Anna was having a particularly difficult day, feeling overwhelmed by all the comparisons and the pressure when she decided to do something completely unexpected. She wrote letters. Not to Tom, not to Nicole or Katie, but to herself. In these letters, she apparently wrote down all the things that make her unique, all the qualities she brings to her relationship with Tom that no one else could. Her passion for her Cuban heritage, her incredible work ethic, her ability to make Tom laugh in ways that apparently surprise even him. She wrote about her dreams, her ambitions, and her determination to be remembered not as Tom Cruise's girlfriend, but as Ana de Armas, the actress who happened to love Tom Cruise. And you know what? This approach seems to be working. People who've seen them together recently say that Anna appears more confident, more comfortable in her own skin. She's not trying to be Nicole or Katie. She's being authentically, unapologetically herself. There's been a noticeable shift in how she carries herself at public events. Instead of seeming nervous or overshadowed, she's been radiating this quiet confidence that's absolutely captivating. At the recent premiere of her latest film, witnesses say she and Tom were completely in sync, completely comfortable with each other, and completely present in their own relationship rather than being haunted by the ghosts of relationships past. But let's be real for a moment. The challenges Anna is facing aren't going to disappear overnight. Dating someone with Tom's romantic history comes with unique pressures that most of us can't even imagine. Every anniversary, every milestone, every quiet moment together exists in the context of relationships that came before. And there's something else that sources have hinted at, something that adds another layer of complexity to this already intricate situation. Apparently, both Nicole and Katie have been nothing but gracious and supportive about Tom's relationship with Anna. There's no drama, no jealousy, no Hollywood catfighting. In fact, Nicole reportedly sent Anna a beautiful bouquet of flowers when news of her relationship with Tom first broke, along with a note that simply said, "Wishing you happiness." Katie, for her part, has been equally classy. When asked about Tom's new relationship in a recent interview, she simply smiled and said, "Tom deserves to be happy, and from what I can see, he is." But here's the twist that no one saw coming. And this is where our story takes a really interesting turn. This graciousness, this kindness from both Nicole and Katie has actually made things harder for Anna in some ways. It would almost be easier if there was drama, if there were bitter exes and messy situations. Instead, Anna is dealing with the pressure of living up to relationships that were genuinely beautiful and meaningful. Think about the psychological complexity of this situation. Anna isn't competing with bitter exes or failed relationships. She's following the footsteps of two women who love Tom deeply, who have positive things to say about him, and who remain important parts of his life story. That's incredibly intimidating, but it's also, in a strange way, reassuring. It shows her that Tom is capable of deep, meaningful love, and that the women in his life remember their time with him fondly. There's been speculation in the media about whether Anna and Tom are heading toward marriage, and honestly, that question seems to be weighing heavily on Anna's mind. According to our sources, she's not just thinking about whether she wants to marry Tom. She's thinking about what it would mean to become the third Mrs. Tom Cruise. The pressure of that title, the expectations that come with it, the inevitable comparisons to two previous marriages that, despite ending in divorce, are still remembered as significant and meaningful relationships. It's enough to make anyone's head spin. But here's what gives us hope for Anna and Tom's relationship. They seem to be addressing these challenges head-on. Rather than pretending the past doesn't exist, they're acknowledging it and finding ways to honor it while still building something uniquely their own. Friends close to the couple say that Tom has been incredibly understanding about Anna's feelings. He's not dismissive of her concerns, and he's not trying to pretend that his previous relationships weren't important. Instead, he's been patient, reassuring, and committed to helping Anna find her own place in his life and in his heart. There's a beautiful story that illustrates this perfectly. Apparently, on Anna's recent birthday, Tom did something incredibly thoughtful. Instead of throwing a huge Hollywood party or buying her an expensive gift, he created a photo album. But this one was filled entirely with pictures of them together. Pictures from their travels, from quiet moments at home, from red carpet events, from lazy Sunday mornings. The message was clear. This is our story. This is what we're building together. And Anna's reaction? According to our source, she cried. Not tears of sadness or insecurity, but tears of relief and gratitude. For the first time since they'd been together, she felt like she wasn't living in someone else's shadow. She was creating her own light. As we look toward the future of Anna and Tom's relationship, it's clear that they're both committed to writing their own love story. Anna is learning to embrace her unique qualities and contributions, while Tom is learning to help his partner navigate the unique challenges that come with his romantic history. Will they make it to the altar? Will Anna become the third Mrs. Tom Cruise? Honestly, only time will tell. But what we can say is that their relationship seems to be built on genuine understanding, mutual respect, and a willingness to work through challenges together. And perhaps that's the real lesson here. In a world where we're constantly comparing ourselves to others, where social media and celebrity culture make it impossible to escape the highlight reels of other people's lives, Ana de Armas is showing us what it looks like to struggle with these very human feelings of inadequacy and comparison, and then find a way to move forward with grace and authenticity. She's not perfect, she's not immune to jealousy or insecurity, and she's certainly not pretending that dating one of the world's most famous men is easy. But she's doing the work, the emotional, psychological work, necessary to build a healthy, authentic relationship. And maybe that's what makes Ana de Armas so compelling, both as an actress and as a person. She's not trying to be anyone other than herself. She's not trying to erase Tom's past or compete with ghosts. She's simply trying to love and be loved authentically, despite all the complicated circumstances surrounding their relationship. In a Hollywood landscape filled with manufactured relationships and publicity stunts, there's something refreshing about watching two people navigate real, complex emotions together. Anna's struggle with envy and comparison isn't a weakness. It's profoundly human. And her journey towards self-acceptance and confidence isn't just inspiring for her relationship with Tom. It's inspiring for all of us who've ever felt like we were living in someone else's shadow. So what do you think? Are Anna and Tom building something that can last? Or are the pressures of his romantic history too much to overcome? Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you felt like you were competing with someone's past? Let us know in the comments below. We love hearing your thoughts and experiences. And if you enjoyed diving deep into this fascinating Hollywood love story with us, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to StarWire Daily for more behind-the-scenes insights into your favorite celebrities' lives. We've got so many more incredible stories coming your way. And trust me, you won't want to miss what we're uncovering next. Until next time, keep watching the stars. And remember, even in Hollywood, love is complicated, messy, and beautifully human.